So Dave Chappelle decided not to cave to the STWs, and the STWs gave him a zero. The STWs on Rotten Tomatoes, who say they care about race, identity, and all this stuff. They claim they care about this stuff, but they really don't. Okay, they gave his show on Netflix a zero, a resounding zero, because he made jokes that were not STW. He offended everybody. He didn't care. I don't watch Netflix, so I'm not going to go see this. But he made jokes that offended everybody. Everybody. He didn't care where he came from. That's how comedy should be. Comedy should be about whatever you want it to be. Not always owns man bad comedy, which is what 90% of most comedy now is of. There was no real comedy anymore. And whenever the time when they have when the SJWs get offended by something, they have to give it bad reviews because that's how the Democrats have that's how the SJWs have to be. Which they're all Democrats anyway, so that's actually kind of true there. Um, and it's just the funny thing is they say that black people you pushed by bad white man, evil old white man, but then they'll give this show a 0 out of 10, zero, a little zero, okay, a little zero because he made jokes that they didn't like, so they had to go cry and whine that they didn't make jokes. There was no politics in this movie. There was no crying and whining in this movie. There was no cucks in this movie. No, so not movie. So there was no SD, there was no pandering in this movie, and it's just there's no audience score because they don't want to admit that people actually like this because it's not SDW. So of course they're gonna keep it on coming soon as possible. Um, because they want to make sure the SDWs want to make sure that it that people. But if you're going on IMDb, the scores on IMDb. The scores on IMDb, and of course they don't like it because it's not because on IMDb at the 8.4, 8.4, and they just don't like it. But I thought they were. But of course, if you write, it's only when minorities go against them they're considered racist too. This is why this is that what this show exposes the FW's double standards that is perpetually offended the people who sit on the Tumblr blogs all day. Which Tumblr is dead, so sit on Twitter now, because that's the second place they like to go now. Um, and this show offends Democrats because they can't accept the fact that a show is going against their narrative, especially if it's a comedian going against what they want. He basically takes on everybody. He doesn't care. He takes on gun culture, the opioid crisis, and the celebrity scandals, and the divine stand-up special films in Atlanta. Um, and of course he goes against more than that. Of course, he goes against everybody. He doesn't care. He goes against people on the right and the left, but. You can't do that you can't do that in modern STW America. It's just not. You get 0%. This just proves that the STWs are stupid and don't really understand anything about anything. They're just dumb. But just remember, they gave a movie about Cortez a 100 out of 100. They gave this 100%. Let's remember, they gave this 100%. The complete opposite of what Sticks and Stones has on here. And Sticks and Stones at the 8.4. And I know IMDb has way more liberals on there, way more SJWs on there, which is the reason why this movie doesn't have like the same score that Knock Down the House has on here. If you got there's a lot of like SJWs and of course, if you don't like this movie, you're considered if you don't like this, you're considered racist. But if you like this show, you're considered a homophobe because he makes fun of a certain group of people, gay people, in the show. He makes fun of everybody, but people, no matter everybody, he makes fun of everybody in the show. That's the reason why they don't like it because they want comedy to be only orange man bad comedy. They only want it to be anti-Trump comedy and anti-conservative comedy.